Hi, everyone. It is Wednesday, May 13th. I've been reminded in these last weeks of how much I like to be able to do things on my own, of being able to be independent. And I think this is something that we often learn as children, that as we develop, we want to be independent from our parents or from our families. We want to learn skills and things that we can do on our own. Myself, my son Sam, many other children, I'm sure you've heard the refrain, "Leave me alone, I can do it myself." This is part of what the early development of our lives is about, is learning how to be independent and to do things for ourselves on our own. But as time goes along, oftentimes this developmental track leads to us wanting to control ourselves or control other things in our lives more than we have the capacity to be able to. Or we believe that being independent is a value above others, and that we oftentimes will sacrifice or burden ourselves out of this desire to maintain our independence, when in fact, a process of maturity is guiding us towards the recognition that we are not independent, but in fact, we are called to be interdependent with one another, relying on others to support us and provide the things that we can't provide ourselves, and then in turn, us to do the same for others. And that this is truly a more transformed vantage point of looking at life. Not that we value independence, but that we value the opportunity to be interdependent with one another. In our Bible studies today, we're going to be studying John chapter 14, verses 15 through 21. And that will also be our gospel lesson for this upcoming Sunday, where we know that Jesus promises the disciples the presence of the advocate, the paraclete, or the one spirit that walks alongside of us in this life, providing support and help. And we're going to be looking at, where do we recognize the presence of the Spirit in our lives? The presence of the Spirit that is always with us and that walks alongside of us in our times of need, and especially in these times where we as a community and we as a world are suffering and in need. We'll be asking the question, how is the Spirit seeking to transform us these days? Through the teachings and through the learnings that we are going through the ways that we are loving and serving others, and through the ways that we are practicing vulnerability and reaching out to others and saying, you know what, I truly do need help. I need your support. I need your voice in my life, not just for people, but trusting that through others, through the community, and in the presence of the Spirit, that God is with us and that the risen Christ walks alongside of us in these days too. I pray that if you may be in need, that you may reach out and say, this is what I need at this time. And I encourage you, continue to reach out to others, to walk alongside of them and support them in these days. This is the way of life that the Spirit draws us into. Join us for Bible study. Be encouraged this day. Know that we as a community walk alongside of you. Peace be with you.